So my game one video isn't exactly lighting up the analytics on YouTube. That being said, well, you knew after game one Spoelstra was going to make adjustments. He always does. Miami now holds home court for game three as they eke out a 111-108 victory in Denver. And I say eke out because Jamal Murray missed the game-tying three after the Nuggets elected not to call timeout for their final possession. There's going to be a lot of second-guessing tomorrow and over the next few days, particularly with Murray taking the shot over Joker. Miami got out to a 7-0 and 10-2 leads in the first, and it even got all the way up to 21-12. Butler's confidence in his teammates for shooting looked well justified to open the game. Spoelstra made the decision to put Kevin Love in the starting lineup to cover Gordon in order to free up Jimmy Butler to take Jamal Murray as necessary. And it looks like the decision paid off. Well, so much for my Butler-Gordon theory going after game one. That doesn't look like it's going to be a thing. Spoelstra clearly wants Jimmy matching Murray as much as possible. There was even an instance where Murray subbed back into the game and Jimmy followed. I think in the fourth? This is a classic adjustment by Spoelstra. It's not the first time he's made this adjustment. He did this against the Bulls in 2011. That Eastern Conference Finals, Derrick Rose and the Bulls took game one rather convincingly. And then Miami loaded up Wade and LeBron. They forced Luol Deng to play over his head. They stuck to the rest of Chicago's teammates. And then they won in 5 games. He did the same thing against Giannis and the Bucks in the bubble. Miami won the first 3 games in that series as a 5th seed against Milwaukee as the 1 seed. Of course, Giannis also missed the last 2 games of the series, so maybe take that one with a little bit of grain of salt. Miami's goal was to keep their offense fluid but simple. They ran a lot of pick and rolls as well as other simple actions. There was even an instance where they passed down to the paint and then they swung it to the corner and then they swung it again to the wing, and even though the shooter missed the 3, it still ends up reflecting Miami's principle of play rather well. Keep Denver's defense moving and off balance, and you'll find good shots. The Nuggets did throw a haymaker by absolutely winning the non-Jokic minutes in the first half. I don't normally put much stock into plus-minus for a single player, particularly on such a small sample size, but Jeff Green, Bruce Brown, and Christian Braun were plus 16, plus 16, and plus 14 in 10, 13, and 10 minutes respectively. Let me repeat that. Plus 16, plus 16, plus 14. They really did win the non-Joker minutes. That being said, Miami whittled it down to being down just by 6 at the half, 57-51. The Heat were far more responsible at shooting the 3 this game. In the first half, they were 8 for 17, while Denver shot 7 for 16. Much, much better out of both teams. They're not just jacking up 3s in this game, just because. I didn't expect the third quarter to partially be decided by a Gabe Vincent versus Nikola Jokic duel. And that was a little bit wild to see. At one point, it looked like Denver was going to run away with the game, and Denver would be heading down to Miami, up 2-0, free and easy. Steal 1 in Miami, and they could wrap it up in 5. Now it's not so simple. And then, of course, Miami responded by going up 11 with about 4 minutes to go. And right when I think, okay, they can win this game with patience and disciplined offense and making shots, they miss a couple, and Denver immediately hits a few 3s to cut it to 3. I mean, it never ends. In this age of three-point ball, the variance in games are far, far greater than they used to be. Again, Miami eked out a victory, but we'll see if Malone has any adjustments of his own. My guess is Malone's going to be looking at how to make Aaron Gordon a mismatch against Kevin Love. Even in his prime, Kevin Love is not what you would call a mobile big man. I mean, he can shoot from deep, and he can still shoot from deep, but he's not exactly agility incarnate. And if that matchup starts to favor Denver, and you have to put Butler back on Gordon, then that frees up Jamal Murray. I suspect you're also going to see some instances where Murray does not dribble the ball up half court in order to initiate the offense. And neither does Joker. You're going to see some Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. You might see some other guys. Pope's got to stop fouling guys on three-point shots. He committed 2. They gave Miami 6 free throws, and I think they hit all 6, which in a 3-point game is kind of huge. As for some final stats, Butler had 21 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds in 40 minutes, 7 and 19 shooting. Adebayo also in 40 minutes, 8 for 14 from the field, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Max Strus threw in 14. Duncan Robinson threw in 10 off the bench in 17 minutes. Kyle Lowry played 24 minutes. Wow. 2 for 3 from deep. Hit all 3 of his free throws and 9 points. Wait, he was a minus 15? Huh. Did not seem like that. I never would have guessed that. As for Aaron Gordon, 38 minutes, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. He's got to step his game up. Michael Porter Jr., 26 minutes, 2 for 8 from the field, 1 for 6 from 3, 5 points. Just not a good game. And again, Denver gave him a rookie max extension. So he's definitely got to step his game up and show up for game 3. They need him. The Joker in 42 minutes had 41 points, 11 rebounds, and still a minus 11. Yeah, the only 2 Nuggets was a positive plus-minus for Jeff Green in 16 minutes off the bench, plus 12, and Bruce Brown in 27 minutes off the bench, plus 14. I guess Spoelstra really did scheme for the starters. The series is tied 1-1 and going back to Miami, and we'll see if Miami can hold home court by winning the next 2.